Yeah, and that just to make sure I make this perfectly clear, like the last guest I had on the podcast, Ryan Jackson, he was in Ramadi with us, and he was a armored infantry guy, and they were doing 8 hours patrolling in Tamim, which is like a horrific area of Ramadi. 8 hours patrolling, 8 hours sitting QRF waiting for one of their other platoons to get blown up, and then 8 hours to rest, refit, and be ready to go out again. And that's what they did every day for I don't know how many months, a year that they were there. And his company lost 6 guys. They had I don't know how many dozens of guys wounded, but it was just like absolutely an absolute grind of combat. And we're sitting across the table here talking, and it's like, yeah, it's cool that the special operations guys do cool stuff and it looks cool, but that absolute grind of sustained combat. And one of the interesting things that I've talked about, which kind of brushes up against something we already discussed, is like that guy and his platoon, they were going out. They were going out. It was on the schedule. You're going out tomorrow at this time. At this time you're going out. You're going out the next day. You're going out the next day. You're going out the next day. Me and my guys went out when I wanted them to. You know what I mean? Like, it was our choice when a target package came down, when a clearance operation was happening. I had a say, and a pretty significant say, on what we had to do or didn't have to do. And of course, I mean, I'm bound by duty as an American fighting man, which is an extreme amount of pressure, and which will you do the right thing. But there was plenty of operations where I'd be talking to the platoon commanders, and here's what is being asked of us, and what do you think? And it's like, well, super high risk, very low possibility for reward. Well, let's not do that. It's like, okay, fair enough. And we did that we did a lot of insanely risky things as well, but a lot of times it's like, let's not do that one. And so you get that mentality, that you had with your chaplain, where it's like, oh, well, if you don't want to go, you don't have to. And all of a sudden it's a lot easier to go. The regular grunts don't have that choice. And special operations, oftentimes we might not have a full choice, but we have a lot more influence over what we're going to do and what we're going to not do. And by the way, we're also going to have an influence on how we're going to do it. So that makes that type of combat stress a little bit easier. At the same time, the same exact double-edged sword here is that when we go, it's because I said so. So when guys get wounded, guys get killed, I know it's because of that's a decision that I made. And so there's a little bit of a double-edged sword there, and probably not one better than the other. It's just you're going to get cut a different way. So as you're going to school, do you have a plan now of what you still going to pursue this video? Do you still want to make films? Are you still thinking like, I want to go to Hollywood and make movies? Is that what the goal is?
Yeah, it's embarrassing to admit now, but I totally wanted so badly to be like a TV director or a film director. And I remember a studio asked me, because like my thesis film ended up doing all right, and so they.
What was the thesis film?
It was about. It was actually about. At the time, there was like this Park 51, a mosque that was being built in New York City, near Ground Zero in real life, and so I did a movie about a soldier who is trying to deal with. What does that mean? And I was trying to explore a little bit about how I felt about the war and about this major news that was happening at the time of like, people are saying, oh, they're building like a victory mosque right on Ground Zero. And to me, I wanted to figure out how I felt about that through the film. And some big executives at a giant movie studio saw it, really liked it.
How long was it?
20 minutes.
Uh-huh. And so was it like live action, or was it a documentary type?
Yep, live action scripted story.
Scripted story
about the soldier.
Did you play yourself?
No, I didn't. I got an actor, and it's about him and a Muslim man who is involved in the mosque, and their relationship. And so the studio really liked it and reached out and were like, hey, do you have any other scripts? Like, we're interested. And I thought for sure.
Dude, you're set. You're the next Scorsese.
I'm like, boom. Like, I knew it. Like, I'm Hollywood, here I come. Sent them the script and never heard from them again.
What was the next script you sent them?
I forget. It was something entirely
left
different.
A good impact, huh? You forgot your script, bro.
It was years ago. It was over 10 years ago. I forget what the script I sent them was about.
And did you only take one shot? One crack at it?
Oh, they only give you, it was like they wanted 5 pages from a script. So I wrote some 5 pages and sent it to them. Like, that never happens. Very rarely do people get I forget what it's called. Like, so they were solicited me for material. Just like 1 in a million, especially from this place. And I thought there's no way they're not going to take it. Like, this is meant to be. This is just destiny.
God, you're so good.
Yeah. How am I so good? I mean, of course.
Yeah.
But it was heartbreaking when, like.
And did you say you didn't hear back from them?
Nope.
They just ghosted you?
Oh, yeah. And that's what happens. Yeah.
Oh,
that's what happens the vast majority of the time.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that is, I should not have thought like this. I should have taken it more in terms of like, this is a cool opportunity to even be considered. But I had gotten my hopes up, and that because I had nothing set up. I was like, I'm unemployed. I have nothing.
You're like, why would I need to get a job when I'm going to be in Hollywood making films?
Yeah. Yeah. And, but I ended up getting very lucky in a different way because when I was at NYU, I interned at The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. And so I got the opportunity to work full time as a production assistant at The Daily Show and just learn how they churn out television every day, how they make an episodic content like that. It was an incredible experience being able to do that.
What did your job consist of as a production assistant?
Oh, I was cutting apples. I was going out grabbing props. I was basically a private again. Like, I was
You're like, oh wait, this seems real familiar.
Yeah. I was moving things from one place to another, which is like, I can do that.
So a production assistant is like a gopher, kind of.
Yes.
Did you ever edit a single video or anything?
No, I was like the lowest of the low. Never wrote anything.
Did anyone like talk to you about your future or anything like that?
So Jon Stewart actually is extremely supportive of veterans, runs like entire programs to help bring veterans into film and TV. It's like he never talks about it. He doesn't go out and tell people about the work that he does, but he visits like a lot of wounded guys at Walter Reed, just very supportive of the veteran community. And whatever I thought about like his politics, whether agree or not disagree, the guy as a leader and as a man, outstanding, lives by his principles, which to me I've always respected. I don't care.
He's been real supportive of the 9/11 first responders as well.
Yes.
Yeah, seems like a good guy.
Goes out and goes to Congress and like advocates for them. Yeah, really lives by the way he says he does, and really. His leadership style was incredible. Like, he was the first one in the morning at like 7 in the morning, and then he'd be the last one out like 7 at night, pulling long days. And he knew everybody's name, the lowest person there, to just really that. I've had a couple of great leaders in my life. My squad leader in Iraq was very squared away. He had been there before, and he was very hard on us, but he also kept us safe and was, I thought, a very good leader.